Live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, scheduled for 10 rounds, William Zepeda in the black, Tevin Farmer in the brown and orange.
And this is a beautiful clash of styles. I mean, southpaw versus southpaw, but two completely different left-handers. You got a guy in Zepeda who throws 100 punches around, and a guy like Farmer, who's a former champion, who's more of a boxer on the back foot, really good with his upper body and hard to hit with a clean shot.
Farmer adamant this week after hearing of the rumors of Zepeda versus Stevenson next, saying, look, he's got to get past me. I'm the top dog, and you can't be the top dog unless you beat the top dog.
Farmer staying right there in the pocket with Zepeda, just picking his jabs. You know, he's not really giving too much movement, just staying in the center of the ring.
Of course, Farmer used to be the top dog in the super featherweight division. No longer. Sergio, are you buying it from Tevin Farmer that basically, having been in there with John O'Carroll, who threw 1,200 punches, he's prepared for someone like Zepeda?
Yes, I am, because guys like Farmer, as long as they're active, they're going to be sharp, and this is a sharp southpaw. This is the back and forth I've had with Chris Mannix. Mannix would tell me that, you know, Zepeda shook more over him with his aggressive style. I completely disagree. I think styles make fights, and Farmer is a type of fighter that's not going to stand in front of Zepeda long enough for him to plant his feet and get that power off.
Chris Mannix now joining us back here ringside. You heard what Sergio said. He thinks that Tevin Farmer is going to be a real handful for Zepeda tonight.
He's a crafty fighter. He's a world champion for a reason. Had a lot of success, several title defenses. It's not the first few rounds I'm concerned about Tevin Farmer's ability to look good. It's when you get to the 5th, 6th, 7th rounds and that accumulation of punches starts to wear on him.
A couple stiff jabs there from Zepeda.
You know, one thing that Tevin's doing well is he's jabbing and he's keeping his head off the line. You know, when Zepeda's trying to counter, he's slipping, he's rolling shots.
You know, Tevin fought really well in that fight against Raymond Morataya, but this is a very different type of fight. That was a low output fight against Morataya. This will be very different.
Not necessarily, because look, as long as he keeps doing that, and I've already noticed in this first round, Farmer's been, you know, extinguishing that offense. As soon as Zepeda's trying to get those arms up, he just goes and clinches them. That's a Bernard Hopkins type thing. That's a Philly thing. You know, you don't let guys get off.
Yeah, for sure.
Look, there it goes again. Farmer's trying to do that.
You know, I think what Zepeda needs to do is stop, don't headhunt, aim for the chest, start shooting shots to the body to slow Farmer down.
Look, we're accustomed to seeing 100 punches around. I don't think Zepeda threw even 50.
Yeah.
Not even 50, huh? What a loser.
Where's Jabber at when we need him?
Let's check in with Christine Giampoli in the DAZN Fan Zone.
Here we are, guys, in the fan zone of the Latino night. This is incredible, insane. There's the atmosphere, it's brilliant. And of course, we are not in Mexico, we are in Riyadh. Not long to go to the main fight.
Sergio, we saw you out there earlier dancing.
And?
You're having a good time.
Of course, man. I mean, Latino night with the Latin snake. What do you think?
It's Latino night, but it feels like Tevin Farmer's group is controlling the soundtrack here. You got a little Rocky music playing in the background.
That was a good round. That was a good first round for Tevin.
I agree. You know, even though if he probably didn't win it, but he implemented his game plan. That's what he needs to do. Look. It's going to be hard for him to win this fight. Let's get that clear. He's a big underdog, but if he can play the spoilers, and that's winning for him.
I don't agree with that, Sergio, and I hate that. He can play the spoiler by going the distance. You got to come to win. This could be the last major.
Nice left hand there from Farmer, speaking of spoilers.
Two left hands.
Right, you said that, Chris.
Good shot. That's what I want to see from Tevin Farmer. Not an attempt to hold and survive, an attempt to win the fight, because this could be Tevin's last chance to fight on a big stage.
And you see where Tevin's holding that back hand? He's waiting for Zepeda to try to counter, and that's where he countered with that double left hand. See, Tevin's being defensively responsible, just catching these shots and rolling, countering back.
Chris, can we learn a lot about how perhaps Zepeda would do against the Shakur Stevenson? with how he deals with Farmer?
Well, in some ways, because he'd be facing a very good defensive-minded southpaw. But Shakur and Tevin fight in very different ways. If Shakur fought Zepeda, I don't think he'd do a lot of holding in those situations. So they're different types of defensive fighters, but this certainly can be a learning experience for William Zepeda.
Zepeda is just relentless.
Good body shots there by Farmer. That's going to be his MO tonight. He's going to have to always counter hard to the body. Anytime Zepeda gets him near the ropes, the first instinct should be block what's coming and come back with counter shots to the body.
Of course, you longtime DAZN viewers will recognize Tevin Farmer. He was one of the faces of the network during its entry into the boxing space, one of Matchroom's first high-profile signees.
Good power jabs there by Farmer.
See, Zepeda's throwing a lot of shots, but he's missing a lot because he's headhunting. He needs to attack the body more. Tevin's rolling and catching these shots.
Nice left hand on the inside from Farmer.
Tevin looks strong at this weight. We've seen him for a number of years fighting at 130. He looks really good at 135.
And he looks comfortable. He looks comfortable right there in the pocket, just jabbing, staying in close range. Nice body work.
You hit Zepeda with 2, though. He's going to hit you with 3.
Oh, nice combination right there.
Farmer was doing good. Now Zepeda's stealing the round right back.
That's those kind of flurries, the 6-7 punch combinations that come without Farmer throwing anything back. He's got to avoid. He's had a good round.
Boy, he's just constantly on Farmer, who just can't seem to get his wits back about him. And Zepeda is just a whirlwind of punches.
Zepeda's just a machine right now.
I bet he threw more than 50 in this round, Sergio.
Yeah. This round was very telling, man. It was all Farmer in the minute and a half, but the other minute and a half was way more painful.
There is CBS, Chris Billum-Smith, one half of our main event tonight, and a cruiserweight champion of the world. Gabe, what do you think about his chances tonight against Zurdo Ramirez?
No, he definitely has a chance. He's a big puncher, strong, physical guy. I think that's what he needs to do, make it a physical fight, stay right there in the chest with Zurdo.
And Zurdo Ramirez, we know what he needs to do, exactly what he did with Gulamir in a bigger natural cruiserweight. Move laterally, use your feet, dig to the body, don't exchange with the bigger man, pick him and peck him with that jab, and cruise into a decision, maybe even a late round stoppage.
That is still to come tonight after our co-main event, which is next. That's Ramirez versus Barboza Jr. Right now, round 3, Zepeda and Farmer.
I like when Sergio reveals what his DraftKings account says. Maybe a late round stoppage.
Or the over. This is going to be a telling round on Tevin Farmer, whether he's going to continue with his game plan or just throw it out the window and just have to fight off this beast and come out on Zepeda.
That looks like a push that got Farmer off balance rather than a punch, but who knows? You can't really tell if Zepeda's pushing or punching. His arms are just continuously moving.
Yeah, Zepeda's getting on the roll right now. Tevin needs to start doing some body shots, see if he can slow Zepeda down.
Well, there you go, Sergio. Zepeda has averaged over 100 punches per round so far. And Farmer not doing too shabby, 70 punches a round.
You see those high-impact punches landed dead even. Of course, despite the accuracy numbers favoring Tevin Farmer. I thought he had a really good second round up until those last 30, 45 seconds.
Right, and was that enough to sway the round too? Because the majority of that round was Tevin Farmer boxing, picking with that jab, but Farmer did steal it with the harder shots. May have swayed the judges.
William Zepeda, like many Mexican fighters, comes from humble beginnings. Both of his parents were shoemakers in Mexico.
The thing about Zepeda, what makes his front hand so dangerous is that he's a converted southpaw. So his strong hand is that right hand. So it's a power jab. And it could be an uppercut, it could be a right hook. That's his power punch. He does all that dominating and controlling with opponents with that lead right hand, which is his dominant hand. And you get a lot of pros like Oscar De La Hoya, converted southpaw. Andre Ward is another one. You know, these guys are great that we're able to do that as southpaws.
You know, Tevin's got to be careful here because he's doing a lot of holding. And Harvey Doc, the referee, is going to take notice of it at some point.
The thing with Zepeda, man, he's throwing a lot of combinations, but they're coming from different angles. So, like, Tevin's really not catching the rhythm of these combos right now.
There's a left hand from Farmer. Any lulls in the action, Farmer takes advantage. There's just not enough lulls in the action from Zepeda.
Quick, quick. Hazte chiquito, mi rey. Cerradito, William, cerradito. Cerradito. Encónchate, encónchate. Y le mete canto ahí.
You shouldn't rely on Zepeda slowing down. You should just be on the back foot, moving laterally, always jabbing. That's going to be the main punch for Farmer.
Yeah, that's one thing. He's not jabbing. He's not jabbing as much as he did in the first round.
He's going to slow down. I see it already. He's already going. He's already stepping back. When we're in the inside, your defense is beautiful. But we got to make a pay off that. Okay, let's start slowing him down with the body. Excellent work. I can see he's already fading away. Okay, the last 35 seconds there, he started walking back. He's showing signs of fatigue. Do me a favor, inside, catch, touch and touch. Okay, and let's put water. I get the water. Let's put everything in combination. Okay, beautiful work. Don't get offside jab. That jab is key. Stand your ground, baby. Okay.
If you do that, he can't fuck with you. I promise you. You only do it, you're going backwards. If you're doing that, he can't let you.
Good. Let it go slow. Let it go slow. Beautiful.
And hold that forward too when you're gonna move him. Alright? Keep your chin back up, put it back on that inside. Stand your ground, baby.
Round 4 now, scheduled for 10. Is this fight looking the way you thought it might, Gabe?
Yeah, you know, I think right now Tevin needs to switch it up, and he needs to start backing Zepeda up. You know, he needs to make that adjustment.
Tevin Farmer lost his IBF Super Featherweight title to Jojo Diaz in 2020. Then didn't fight. 3 years. Some success here.
Standing his ground. He's digging his heels and trying to get some power. Farmer is in those combinations.
Yeah, that's exactly what he needs to do because, you know, Zepeda right now has no respect for him and he's just coming at him non-stop.
You know what, Gabe? When you said back him up, I'm like, that's going to be a hard task.
Yeah, but
southpaws can actually box you in circles and still back you up somehow on the heel.
Yeah.
You know,
well, he needs the pressure box. You know what I mean?
You know, to me, Zepeda has to keep taking steps back when Farmer comes in like this. He's just leaning on him, and Zepeda can't let him do that.
the pressure box, I like it.
Let's look at Chris Mannix's scorecard. Unofficial, of course.
Yeah, I've got it 2-1 in favor of William Zepeda. I did think Tevin Farmer did enough with his power punching in that second round to squeeze it out. Third round much clearer for William Zepeda. I think Tevin's done a decent job of blunting the output of Zepeda, but he's not doing enough offensively, I think, to win many of his early rounds.
Catch and shoot shot from Farmer.
Spoke too soon.
Tevin switched it up and he stood his ground and he started training with Zepeda.
What you think couldn't happen just happened, Chris Mannix. Zepeda goes down.
Let's see if Farmer can take advantage here in the fourth.
And we've seen Zepeda drop before in a professional fight. That one looked a lot more consequential. That looked like a little bit more than a flash knockdown.
No, that was a straight left hand right on the chin. And listen, we questioned Zepeda's chin. We were talking about it before, me and you, Chris. Farmer is not a puncher, but he's accurate with his precision.
I agree. I said we talked about the fighter meeting. I think the best way to beat a William Zepeda is to throw with it, because when you do, you can clip that chin, and he's been hurt before.
Farmer, not known as a power puncher, 8 knockout wins in his 33 victories.
Who would have thought Tevin Farmer would drop a beast like William Zepeda? We just saw that right now. This is what he needs to capitalize on.
What Farmer did is he switched it up. You know, he was backing up, and Zepeda was applying the pressure, but then he started coming to Zepeda, backing him up, and that's how he got the counter knockdown.
And not forgetting the body, man. This is exactly what you got to do with these tough Mexicans. Forget the head right now. Just keep going to the body. That's going to open up more headshots.
So a huge swing in momentum here for Tevin Farmer.
Con esa, se está velando con esa. Y no fue ni con potencia, fue nada más con la velocidad. Le agarró en un descuido, hay que subir las pinches manos, súbeme las manos. Él atacando en cortito. Puta está haciendo un excelente trabajo trabajándome en el cuerpo. No sé qué me están buscando tanto arriba y tanto hacer eso. Si usted lo está fundiendo abajo y no se levante. Es lo mismo que te estoy diciendo desde el campamento, no te levantes hacia arriba.
Man, right here, Tevin's just throwing some nice short shots. Quick left counter off the top. Dead on the money. And Zepeda didn't see that coming. The shot you don't see coming is the shot that hurts you. Nice combination right there by Farmer, setting up the knockdown.
Oscar De La Hoya sitting ringside, taking this all in. He might need an antacid tablet after watching William Zepeda get knocked down in the 4th. So much riding on the line for Calderon.
Tev found something in that counter left hand, and he's sitting on it.
And Zepeda
Again, that's the money shot for Farmer. The left hand right down the pipe.
And this is what you have to do with Zepeda. You have to fight him. You have to trade with him. You can't allow him to keep coming forward and dictate the pace. You got to stand your ground.
It takes a lot of courage and timing to do that, man, and Farmer's doing just that, to punch with someone like Zepeda.
Zepeda was knocked down the last time. It was against a lightly regarded opponent in Tijuana, who really had nothing to lose in that situation, so decided to trade punch with him. He caught him there. We haven't seen anybody doing that up until this point. Tevin Farmer is out there doing exactly that.
Tevin's trying to set him up again with that counter left.
There you go. Give me a jab, step back, 2-3. Hit the rope. There you go.
Just for reference, according to the odds makers, William Zepeda, a 20-to-1 favorite heading into this fight.
Watch your head. Focus. You're in the focus. That's right. There you go.
You know, we mentioned Tevin Farmer coming off to that loss to Raymond more time. He walked away feeling he did more than enough to win, so he's coming in with confidence.
Tev landed a good left uppercut, and a left hand over the top.
Clean uppercut. They get a 45-degree punch and turn the whole cheek, the whole jaw of Zepeda.
Tevin's the bigger puncher up until this point. Zepeda might be the sharper puncher, but Tevin is the bigger puncher right now.
Still miles to go here for Farmer, though, to pull off the upset. Not even halfway through.
One thing Tev can't do is try to look for that perfect shot. He needs to keep letting his hands go and backing Zepeda up, and that big shot will come.
Especially with that left hand. You know, these southpaws, they're not accustomed to facing each other, you know, lefty versus lefty. But Zepeda doesn't really fight like a southpaw. You know, he squares up and he sometimes switches. Farmer's all southpaw, so we're talking about a sniper. We're talking about an expert at being a left-hander. That's Tevin Farmer.
There you go. There you go.
Tarver was very relaxed all week long, almost like he knew something we didn't know, Chris.
He knew his experience would matter in a fight like this.
See, right here, Farmer has to exchange in between. He can't allow Zepeda to just be this active and not throw anything back.
Oh, and a nice right hand stepped in well by Zepeda.
Farmer's taking some good shots, man. We're going to have to take some good shots and show a chin against this type of onslaught.
Later tonight, Miura Boxing presents a card from Mexico, headlined by super lightweight Jamir Espinosa, who takes on fellow Mexican Rogelio Jimenez. That's live on DAZN. It's Latino night everywhere. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Mexico, but that counter left, Gabe, has been the stuff for Farmer.
Yeah, he threw it underneath right there, over the top right here, landing clean flush. And you know, Zepeda's being more active, but Farmer's landing the flush shots, the more powerful shots.
No te regales. Vivo.
So here we are at the halfway point. Start of round 6, scheduled for 10. Sergio, do you think Farmer can keep this up for another 5 rounds?
Yes. I mean, that's what experience does. That's what being a tough-minded fighter. You know, we've seen Tevin Farmer fight several times. We know him as a pure boxer, but he also has guts. He has heart, man. And with the experience that he's garnered around the years, I mean, this is why he's ready for this moment.
Caught him again. That was as clean as a whistle.
Well, he has guts, man. He's a Philadelphia fighter. Yep. Most Philadelphia fighters have big hearts.
Good slick defense there from Farmer. 3 punches from Zepeda, not one of them connected.
Zepeda, the biggest favorite on the card tonight. What do you think Shakur Stevenson's thinking right now watching at home, games?
Well, you know, man, this pace is tough. Tev's in great shape. Because, you know, the pace that Zepeda's fighting with brings most guys down.
Well, it'll be a different type of southpaw confronting Zepeda. You know, when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, he's more like a cheetah. You know, he bounces in and out. He won't let you touch him. Zepeda will punch in air against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. But Farmer's actually gutting it out. He's being physical with Zepeda. He's pushing him back, trying to maul him.
Yeah.
Trying to be physical.
And honestly, I think that's the only way that Tevin can win the fight, is he has to stand his ground.
Are the judges going to put a premium on the landed punches or the power punches landed?
These short shots right here are starting to affect Tevin, though.
Yeah.
Because these are some solid short shots in between.
Yep.
You can see it in the legs of Tevin right now. He's kind of leaning on Zepeda.
Yeah, the entirety of this round, Zepeda's been digging to the body of Farmer.
The body and the chin. The little short shots. You know, Farmer getting a little lazier, taking the round off, but either way, he's getting rocked and hurt by those.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. He's getting lazy and they catch up to you.
Yep. And he's landing that counter shot, but there's no steam on it right now. Zepeda's taking it out of him with the body shot.
I was going to say, you caught laziness, Sergio, but, I mean, Tevin Farmer is 34 years old and he's eaten a couple hundred punches already.
Zepeda's starting to see that counter shot and he's starting to take his head off the line.
This is the first time I see Farmer look like a 34-year-old. First time I see him a little winded on the back foot with no confidence. This is a bad round for Farmer. He needs to wake up after this. They need to wake him up in the corner.
Yeah, and a much-needed boost for William Zepeda as Farmer lands the left.
Está agarrando con el upper con la izquierda. Le estás prestando para que él te meta el upper de izquierda. ¿Ok? Te estás prestando, le estás dando tú toda la autoridad para que él te tire. Lo que yo necesito es hacerme chiquito, nada más, hijo. No voy a tirar a lo loco. No tires desde atrás. Con él. No sé por qué me estás tirando de la media distancia. Empújalo al medio empújalo a las cuerdas y ataca, pero cortito. No quieras jalar el brazo hacia atrás. No quieras jalar un brazo para tirar un golpe fuerte. Es cortito, ahógalo. ¡Ahógalo! No te eches para atrás, William. No te eches para atrás. ¡Sí! Usted quiere pelear con los grandes, hay que ganarle a esto.
You want to fight with the big dogs, you got to take this guy down. Short shots. Short shots, got to push him back.
Pero cerrado, campeón.
You need to tighten up your defense.
Vamos allá, cerrado.
Quit winging your shots. Don't pull them back. Short shots.
Let's see if Farmer's slowly fading away or if he just took the round off there in the 6th. Just joining us, William Zepeda was dropped by a lethal left from Tevin Farmer. Zepeda trying to fight his way back into this.
It's almost like Tevin's fading and Zepeda's getting stronger.
That's exactly what happens when you watch a William Zepeda fight.
Farmer froze there for a minute.
Pan in the corner says, drown him. You gotta drown him.
Jabber stats, 637 punches thrown for Zepeda, which is outrageous, 418, pretty darn good as well. Look at the high impact landed punches, Sergio. Farmer, 7 better.
7 better, and look at exactly the accuracy. They both landed at the same percentage. Farmer's in this fight, all right? He's in this fight. It's slipping away from him, but it's right there for him to bring it back. He's just gonna have to muster up the energy, the courage to do something great. This is what greatness is about.
Let's look at Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard.
Yeah, I've got a 57-56 in favor of Tevin Farmer with that 10-8 round thrown in the 4th round. Thought that 2nd round could have gone either way. Gave Tevin the 4th and the 5th. Zepeda a clean win in that 6th round. So I think it's highly competitive. I think the output certainly favors William Zepeda, but those power shots are on the side of Tevin Farmer.
Right here in the inside, Tevin needs to start throwing some short shots to the body. Try to slow Zepeda down.
The fun thing about those short shots, Gabe, is you don't need to throw them hard. When you're tired, it's just basically just got to put your hip into them. Yep. It's not arm punching anymore. You just turn your hips into them and they do the damage, especially if you land them at an accurate spot in the bread basket or in the liver.
Farmer with a flurry there. Doing better in this round than he did in the 6th, that's for sure.
Yeah, much better round.
He actually backed Zepeda up there for a minute. Something that's not easy to do.
You can see how Zepeda punches through opponents when he misses. You know, they basically pierce through, but you don't see that until you miss.
When you walk in the team,
Farmer's doing good in this round.
Yeah, that's
landing some really good shots.
This is a good round by Farmer. They both got their moments
We will be back in just over a month to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Usyk Fury 2. Buy it now on DAZN.com. And Sergio, why do you think Usyk has had so much success against the bigger heavyweights as he's moved up from cruiserweight?
Because he knows how to fight big men, not by trying to fight like a big man, but keeping his small size, using angles, using footwork, using feints, and attacking from an angle. He doesn't fight a big man in front of him. He gets on the side of him and pushes them sideways where they're not big anymore.
The thing with Usyk, man, he's so elusive at that size where it's kind of like Muhammad Ali. He had advantage with guys because he was able to box and use those lateral movements, and that's what Usyk does in the heavyweight division. Tevin had a nice, solid round. He needs to get that momentum and keep it going.
3 rounds left.
I would like to see Farmer box this round. Do not exchange with him. Just get your energy, box, even if it means giving up this round on the back foot just to finish strong the next 2 rounds. Because they're going to be physical the last 2 rounds.
I don't know if Farmer can afford to give up a round at this point.
You can win boxing, Todd. You can win jabbing. You can win without making it physical.
Yeah, but you said even if he loses this round.
You know, personally, I prefer the pressure boxing. Just stay in the chest of Zepeda, roll with the shots and shoot back. Roll with the shots, shoot back.
Yeah, he's been successful doing that, Gabe.
It's hard.
No,
it's hard to
very
keep
hard.
that pace.
Especially when you're dealing with a guy like Zepeda who gets stronger and stronger every round. See those heavy shots right now to the body. You can't be going, shot for shot whenever you're dealing with a guy like Zepeda who still has power behind those shots.
Man, Farmer got 9 minutes. You got to let it all out in these 9 minutes. Nice shots right there.
Boy, Zepeda just doesn't stop throwing. Showing a lot of character and heart after getting up off the canvas.
That's some good body work right there by Zepeda. Oh, boy.
Not a good look here for Farmer with a minute and a half to go. He's got to pick up the pace.
Zepeda's landing that good right hook to the body.
I was talking to Panda Nahar in the corner of Williams Payne. It looks like things are going pretty well for his guys. He wants him to profile a little bit more. Stay away from that left hand of Tevin Farmer. When they get into these clinches, to avoid getting held, just let his hands go to the body.
Zepeda investing in the body now.
And that's a good shot right in the midsection. I would like to see Farmer, instead of throwing 2 shots, throw 4 shots. Throw 4 punch combinations. Zepeda's not used to guys throwing 4 punch combinations at him. See what you get out of it.
Let's go. Out of there. Turn it and work.
There's a good flurry from Farmer. Needs more of those.
Thank you.
It's a good 4-punch combination.
4-punch combination, you got it.
Farmer's boxing this round. Very good.
There you go.
He's doing what you said, Sergio.
Let's see if he can finish strong. He's going to need all the strength he can get to close this fight out strong.
The co-main event coming up next. Ramirez versus Barboza Jr. And Chris, these men have kind of been circling each other for the last 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years, try close to 10. I mean, these guys were stablemates with Top Rank for a long time. Both 140-pound contenders, or in the case of Ramirez, a world champion. It's almost shocking that we're here in 2024 and just getting it, but the stakes could be higher for these 2 guys. To the winner goes a likely world title shot in the first half of next year. The loser takes a big step back.
Saca lo más profundo de tu alma, hijo. Si una vez tuviste que pelear, es hoy. Es hoy. ¿Ok? Vamos. Quiere casarte. Protector el bucal. Vamos ya lo tiene.
Sounded like they gave him the rah-rah speech there in the corner. Give us more. But how much more can William Zepeda give? The man is incredible. Gonna certainly break the 1,000 punches thrown barrier.
Guys, this fight's up for grabs. It's a close fight.
It's just tough, Chris, because let's say Farmer's landing 1 big power punch to every 3 punches that Zepeda lands. Who do you give the edge to?
Yeah, I think the rounds he won earlier in the fight, if he did win them on the judges' scorecard, he's probably banking on the cleanness of those punches, the knockdown punch that he landed. See some of these jabber stats from round 8, 98 punches thrown for William Zepeda, almost 21 more punches landed in a much more accurate round. So you can see the tide start to swing towards William Zepeda.
Zepeda refusing to let Tevin Farmer clinch.
Man, both guys really want it. They're both going at it, trading big shots.
I know it's a stretch, but you're thinking, man, maybe if Farmer was 4 or 5 years younger, a little bit more output to keep up with this guy, but it's just so tough.
But to be honest with you, Todd, Farmer looks good. He looks like the top of the road. It's just Zepeda is just a machine.
Yeah.
This doesn't go Tevin Farmer's way. He'll have lost 2 fights in a row.
Oh, nice stick jab. That's a power jab.
And Farmer needs to go back to that jab. He's trading short shots, but he kind of abandoned the jab.
He's fighting Zepeda's fight now.
Either way, a world-class effort from Farmer. I think doing better than almost anyone thought he would do. Here in the 9th round, Zepeda looks like he's in the 1st round.
Yeah, this is Zepeda round so far.
Just wind him up and let him go.
I expected this Farmer. I mean, I didn't expect him to take down this physical, but I expect him to give Zepeda his toughest fight.
See, the thing is, Farmer's lands good counters, but it's just one shot. Versus Zepeda throwing 4 or 5 punch combinations.
Good half movement from Farmer to avoid those punches.
The normal fighter will get tired of punching this much and missing, because Zepeda is missing some shots here, but not. You can't rely on Camarón to win down. This is what makes him so difficult to hurt, and that's why he's so intimidating. Guys like this, he's gonna fight all the way to the end, punching until you can't punch no more.
1 round to go.
Excellent. Last round, we need it. Give me about water. Alright? Look, real shot. Listen, we gotta win this round. Okay? We gotta win this round. Now do me a favor. Do it very smart. Everything on good defense. Don't let him outwork you. Okay. He won that round. Okay? This round is very important for us. You understand that? Let's cruise. Let's make it easy for the judges. Don't let it be too difficult. You understand that?
Yeah.
We're gonna push this round. The last round.
Okay.
All we got. Okay, you wanna be the you wanna see the HWBC World Champion?
Yeah.
It's this round right here. You understand that? I hope you get this round. We got it.
Keep your chin down, T. Keep that chin down, baby.
3 minutes to go here in the final round. Can Tevin Farmer pull off the stunner, or can Zepeda's work rate and relentlessness rule the day? Let's look at some jabber stats from round number 9. Punches thrown, 131 for Zepeda and 84 for Farmer. 84 is incredible, Kate, but it looks pedestrian compared to Zepeda. Chris, how do you have it?
I've got William Zepeda taking the lead over these final couple of rounds, 86-84, sweeping the last 4 rounds on my side.
Big shot there from Farmer. Can you imagine what a knockdown would do for him? He's already got 1.
Those shots hurt Zepeda. Zepeda's backing up. See, Farmer needs to just walk Zepeda back in this round. It's the last final round. You got to go all out. Zepeda's just hungry, man. He really wants it. He's non-stop.
The average punches per round in this weight division hover around 50. Zepeda throws over 100. Farmer can win this round. It would really make things interesting. There's another left in a second. Zepeda forced it again. An amazing 10.
And these shots are hurting Zepeda, man, but he just got so much heart that he comes forward.
He knows no other way, Gabe.
Because he's hurt, man. He took a back step when he got hit with that big left. Just that volume is just overwhelming for Farmer.
It's like being in there with a pit bull with the boxing gloves on.
It's crazy. You hit a guy with your best shot, and then he comes back at you like Zepeda. Great body shot right there.
Boy, Zepeda, just like a chainsaw in there. Good right cross from Zepeda, an uppercut. What a battle between Zepeda and Farmer here. A huge fight in the lightweight division. Can Farmer spoil the party as Zepeda hopes to face Shakur Stevenson next year? another combination from Farmer, and that will do it. What do you think, guys?
Man, it's tight. It's tight.
You saw Oscar there saying, beautiful, beautiful.
In that last round, it's kind of hard to judge. Farmer landed some big power shots, but Zepeda was relentless, throwing so many punches.
This is my opinion, guys. I think Tevin Farmer did the absolute best he could possibly do. He exceeded expectations. It's gonna be a close fight. It's gonna be a close fight. It's gonna be more than expected, but Zepeda outfought him in the end. I think he put more rounds in the bank. He outfought Tevin Farmer, but I applaud this man right here. Two-time. What a performance.
Well, hey, you saw last night, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Serrano had way better CompuBox stats, but in the end, they gave it to Katie Taylor. Could we see that here with Farmer?
That's a possibility because it's kind of a similar fight. You know, Farmer set traps. He landed big shots. Big overhand left, straight left, uppercuts right here. Great selling shots, but Zepeda was just so busy and active. Right here, you know, you don't really see Zepeda backing up, and Tevin backed him up a few times in the fight.
Bernard Hopkins showing some love for Tevin Farmer, and boy, does he deserve it. At the age of 34 years old, the former champ found the fountain of youth tonight, or so it seemed, against Cameroon, the Shrimp, William Zepeda. Another good one coming up Thanksgiving Day weekend. Sonny Edwards is back, and boy, is he motivated to take on Galal Yafai to settle their near decade-long score. You'll see it live on the home of boxing, DAZN. I like this song, Sergio.
Please stop dancing.
Well, Farmer's ready to party.
He should be proud, man. He should really be proud. I think he fought he boxed and he fought and he boxed, man. But that was the best thing he could do with someone like Zepeda, man. Zepeda's just not, he's relentless. You gotta box him, you gotta fight him in spurts. But if you do too much of one too long, he just takes over, just with relentlessness and just pinpoint accuracy with the shots. I mean, his punch placement is off the chain, man. It really is.
So Tevin Farmer, who after losing his title took a 3-year break, has come back and, like you said, Sergio, put on the best performance he possibly could, but will it be enough to beat William Zepeda, who's in the fighting prime of his career? Thomas Triber has the numbers.
Judge Predrag Alexic scores it 95-94. 95-94 for Zepeda. Judge Junbei Lim scores it 95-94. 95-94 for Farmer. And Judge Fernando Villarreal scores it 95-94, 95-94. For your winner by split decision, para el ganador por decisión dividida. And now, the WBC interim lightweight champion of the world, William Cameron Zepeda.
There you have it. William Zepeda by the slimmest of margins, Sergio. Split decision by a point.
That's exactly how it should be, man. There's no shame on either side. Tevin Farmer once again needs to keep that chin up. And there's his girlfriend and his better half right there, keeping that chin up like he did with his Murataya fight. Because there's nothing to be ashamed of if you're two-time. You're just in there with a beast. And William Zepeda, who's non-stop, man. What a fight.
And a sigh of relief from the entire Golden Boy team. Look at Oscar De La Hoya. Wow. But Tevin Farmer, give the man his flowers and his due. Incredible performance here in Riyadh, but William Zepeda just throws too many punches and wins it by split decision. Did the right man win, Sergio?
Yes, the right man won. The right man won, but you know, sometimes you have wishful thinking, and you sometimes hope, you know, you wish for the underdog, and you kind of